Welcome to Dirksón Photography. We were having a workshop, or we were giving a workshop, and I've shown you just some pictures with the 35mm lens by Sigma f1.4. Now I have the 2470 by Tamron, and I just want to show you the pictures, how they look like straight from the camera. You see f2.8, so open aperture. We have the sun behind our model, which gives us a great light around her hair, but which also makes the background totally white. The sky is white, and so I don't have the sky in the picture, because I know when I shoot into the sun, here at this daylight, you see the sky is bright, so I don't want the sky in the picture at all. I just leave it out of the frame, and then it's a beautiful lit image. If I would have shot it in white at 24mm, I would get too much bright in the picture, too much part of the picture would be without information. So if I'm in November and the sky is gray, I don't have the sky in the image. I just shoot with the background that is different from the sky. So now we have the sun not behind our model, but from the side, and now we see a great sky. And what I do here now, we have Anna looking a little bit up, so that her eyes are not in shadow. That is very important. The eyes and the face is the most important part of an image if you want to speak emotions. And so, this is during daytime, and the sun is bright and it's high. So Anna has to put her head a little bit up, so that her eyes are not totally in shadow. If she would look into the camera, the picture wouldn't work. It would be totally dark in her eyes, and she has to put her head a little bit up. Now this is very simple stuff, but if you don't realize it, if you don't see it, if you take a picture of her right now, I'll take this a little bit darker. If I would have taken a picture where she looks in the camera, and I think, oh, nice sky, nice background, nice buildings, and I wouldn't realize that her eyes would be in shadows, the picture wouldn't work. But when she puts her head a little bit up, we get a great image. And I just show you all the pictures. So it doesn't make sense if I show you the best pictures. You can always lean a person against a background, that's always nice. Now here we have a beautiful scenery. We have beautiful buildings. Now here we have our workshop member who wants to learn more about photography, and he also gets all the pictures he can use for himself, for his website, to get new jobs, to promote himself. And I just skip through the pictures that I took during that time. What I also like to do when I have the 24-70, I go to 24mm, like here, and we do a selfie. It's always a beautiful image. Hand to the lens, I put the camera up, I don't see what I take picture of, I just click, 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 and you see it works. All pictures are on point, and I think f2.8, open lens, so I don't even have to see what I take a picture of. When I have a little bit of experience and I know where the focus point is, the selfie picture works. Now here we have also great light. The eyes are a little bit in shadows, but it's soft light. It's not harsh sunlight, it's soft light. So even if the eyes are a little bit in shadows, it has a nice look to it. Now you see the sun is coming, or the light is coming from above. Her left eye is nice, her right eye is a little bit in shadow, but that's totally fine. I was just taking some side pictures anyway. These are not... I wasn't the main shooter. I was just giving advice and took some pictures beside it. I think this will also look nice, these pictures here. So I'm a little bit far away, but that's okay. When you have a passage like this, it's always nice. I always like to take some pictures here where you have like an open door and the background will be black, and I will only see Anna, and you will wonder where we took the pictures. So this picture, for example, I can do the background all black and you don't know where we took the picture. So let me just skip through it. I just push forward a little bit. Now here we have a great background. We have a church, we have these green leaves on the wall, and I can get it in the frame when I shoot from down low. When I go a little bit down, I see the building in the background, or part of the building. You see, it's a nice background right here. Also beautiful soft light. There's no direct sunlight, it's soft light, and it's easy to work with it. Okay, let me just skip forward a little bit. So now we change lenses. Now we have the 135mm lens, f2.0 L. I'm shooting this lens always at f2.0. I don't need to go to 2.8 or something. I like the blurred out background, and it's very reliable. The autofocus works great. The image quality is great. I have to go a little bit. I have to have a distance between me and my person if I want the person to be in the picture, and not only with her head but also with her whole body. And you just see it. Very nice pictures without any editing. Now I always edit all the pictures. I don't actually look at the pictures unedited in the computer. I put all the pictures in my editing program and edit them to the style that I like. Every picture that I take is edited in 20 seconds. That's my rule, and that's what I teach all our workshop members as well. So when you leave a workshop, you know how to edit the pictures that we took. You know how to edit them in 20 seconds, so they look like all the pictures you see from my videos. I want you to get the most out of it, and I will give you everything I have, so you learn the most. So here again, Anna puts her head a little bit high, so we have a nice shadow also under her chin. Her face is into the direction of the sun, so we have also a well-lit face. And these are small rules, but they make up a lot for a good image. Now this is all at f2.0, ISO 50 or ISO 100 at 1/3200th of a second, so very slow shutter speed because the sun was so bright. Now here again. Now what's wonderful is when you learn how to see the light, you don't need a flash or a reflector. You can use the light there is. I always try to work to be in flow. And when I use, for example, a light stand with a flash, it breaks the flow. I can't move that fast. I can't switch positions very fast if I use a light stand or a reflector and I don't have an assistant. So if I use a flash, I put it in the left hand and the camera in the right hand, so I don't have any accessory that like a light stand that I have to carry, just a flash. And but I try to use the light I have, and here these pictures are all lit by the sun. So when I understand the lighting and where it's coming from and how I can use it for my photography, then I always have everything I need for great pictures with me. It's always in the light, and the light is always there. It can be harsh sunlight, like here. This is very harsh sunlight. There are hard shadows in the face and on her neck. But when you know how to position the person, then you can always make it to your advantage. There never has to be a weather that is bad. There is no bad weather. There might be bad lighting, but then I always believe everywhere is light, so everywhere you can take great pictures. Even if you're in a dark room and you have a phone with you, you can use that phone as a lighting source. And you see it from the videos in the street photography. I take the pictures of people wherever I meet them, and I don't really think about the pictures before I record the video. I press record on the camera, and then I think about, okay, where is the light, where is it coming from, boom. And just like this, it's all about the light and how you use it for your photography. And that you can learn. And when you learn it, you don't need an expensive flash, you don't need even an expensive camera. I could have taken these pictures with the Canon 5D for 400 euros, with the 50mm f1.8 for 100 euros. I would have gotten great results. Now this is what we can get on a normal day. And straight from the camera. There's no editing, we don't need to edit, we can edit, but we don't have to. Yeah, let me just get through it. Now when you have a skirt like this, you can always add movement to it. When she just moves, it gives a little, very nice swing. Okay, let me just push forward. Okay, I think that's it. I think we're done. Okay. So for here, what we did here, for example, let me just see if I can show you from the distance. Here there are all shadows around, but here was a part where the sun came through. So we put Anna here, and we get a very well lit moment directly here, and everything else here is in shadows. And we use the sun as our light source. And that is what you can get straight out of the camera. Now if you want to learn as well how to do it, you can always find us on our YouTube channel, on Facebook, or at dirksonphotography.com. Thank you very much.
Sand in my shoes, it's so nice cause every time it reminds me of you. It reminds me of the beach and the kisses. This is a letter to my love, to my princess. It reminds me of the cave of Necha, when penny forward dreams and our hearts got together. So hard to believe that the story is true. Well, word for word I write it down for you. The sand, I can feel it in my hands, and I'm smiling just because I'm your man. And I love you so much, I think that I'm your fan, following you until the world will end. The sand, it reminds me of the moment when we had a deep look into each other's eyes and we could hold it. Our first cup of coffee, our cup of hope. It started raining, you're beautiful. I said, I like you too, was what she replied, and we just smiled, so enjoyed the time. Tears of joy now leave my eyes, and I count the days that we're back by your side. I walk at the beach and I grip your hand. I thank God that I took this chance. We took some pictures, got closer and closer. Our first kiss began, got it forever on a photo. To go back to the day when I first met you, September 11th, heaven sent you. Heaven sent you. Heaven sent you.